Hello, Maria Vladimirovna, welcome back from the United States.
I was at the United Nations. There's a difference.
But the question is about the United States and the increased activity near our borders, near the borders of Azerbaijan. We are talking about the coup d'etat in Georgia, which was announced by the Foreign Intelligence Service of the Russian Federation, and Prime Minister Kobakidze spoke about an attempt to open a second front against Russia, and about the visit of the head of USAID to Yerevan. I would like to hear your comment on the newly increased activity of the United States in our region.
If you want to hear a comment on the newly increased activity, I will again give the same comment I gave before. The US considers the South Caucasus as a springboard for various actions against Russia and against peaceful coexistence of the countries and peoples there. They are not satisfied with Russia, with its capabilities. And why? Because Russia pursues a peaceful policy. They are not satisfied with the peace-loving policy in general. Achieving peace and stability in the region, which is possible only with a comprehensive normalization of relations between the countries of the Caucasus with the involvement of their immediate neighbors, Iran, Turkey and Russia, is not part of Washington's goals and objectives. Moreover, they set this as their anti-objective. Their task is to make sure that no interaction, no rapprochement and mutual understanding is achieved in the region. An illustrative example of such hypocritical policy and double standards and just outright aggression of the US and the European Union is their pressure on Tbilisi in connection with the adoption of the law on transparency of foreign influence. I will just remind you that similar laws are already in force in the US and EU countries. And in the same weeks and months exactly the same law was passed in Canada. But neither the US nor the EU had any claims to Canada, while Georgian people were humiliated by the US and collective Brussels literally every day for a month. However, it should be emphasized that in the United States itself and a number of other countries, these same norms are implemented in much more brutal and harsh forms. Among other things, we see attempts by the Americans to inflame the situation in Georgia in the context of the parliamentary elections scheduled for October. All this applies not only to Georgia, but also to Azerbaijan and Armenia. We are watching how American officials are traveling to Yerevan in a literally endless string. What is this? It is an illusion that they care about the welfare of this country and its people. In reality, the countries of the post-Soviet space are being drawn into anti-Russian campaigns, anti-Russian plans. This harms not so much us as these countries themselves, their economic activity, humanitarian policy and concrete people in huge numbers. We expect that our partners in the South Caucasus understand what such pseudo-friendship with the West will cost them. The West does not know how to be friends. It can only use, and unfortunately, in this kind of relationship, it is not interested in the feelings of its partner.
При такого рода отношениях чувства партнера его не интересуют.